Time for the Sean Miller postgame interview, brought to you by Truly Nolan Pest Control. Truly Nolan, truly protecting you for over 75 years. Call or click 1-800-GO-TRULY or trulynolan.com to get truly protected today. Well, Coach, it sure felt good and looked good from our seat here. How did it look from your spot?
We did a good job, Brian. You know, it's not easy to put a loss behind you, especially a big game like we played against UCLA at home, and you disappoint so many people with the crowd that we had. But part of the long journey of a season to be a really good team is you have to be able to handle those situations right. The big win, the tough loss, and when you play the next game, try to be better, be at your best. And I give our team a lot of credit. It's not as easy as everybody thinks to just go from a Thursday night to Saturday at 5 o'clock and be hitting on all cylinders. But we played very hard. We have some younger guys that are developing and continuing to play better. And, you know, our defense was the story tonight.
You mentioned, and you talked about it after Thursday's ball game, you used that word team quite a bit over the last 48 hours. And when you look up and down the lineup today, just looked like a lot of good ball movement, everybody looking for their best shot.
I think so. You know, the first part is it's really hard to be a selfish team or not together and you're playing really good and hard on defense. You know, if you think about it, you know, that's the thing that generally will break first when you're not together or you're moving down a path that's not good. When that's in place, there's a lot of unselfishness, a lot of effort, a lot of togetherness and teamwork. You almost have no choice but to feed into the offensive end. And we did. We were ready to defend USC, and I think you know this, that in the last 3 or 4 games, they've really scored well. They've made a lot of threes, and you know, tonight they were more of a function of our defense than maybe they were themselves.
Is it just being more can I use the word aggressive in terms of getting to that point defensively?
I think so. You know, it's a process. You know, everybody wants a young player to come in and all of a sudden dominate at the college level. It takes time, and I think if you're really paying close attention to our team, we have a number of our young freshmen that continue to grow and get better on defense. And as they get better on defense, the offense will come, but our team continues to develop. And but Brandon, you know, I thought he really hit his stride at ASU with a great defensive effort there, and he's playing harder. He knows how to play harder. He's more effective on that end, and as he is, it seems to lead right into some good things for him on offense. And I could say the same thing about Grant and Caleb. Thought Angelo Chol came in tonight and did a really good job, giving us that depth that we love to have. And like we talked about, we had to block out kind of the outside world for the last 2 days, focus on ourselves, make sure that we knew that we were still 16-2 before the game started, with an opportunity to go 17-2, and that's where we are right now.
Let me ask you about Angelo Chol and Gabe York, because Matt and I were talking how, I mean, and we see you as coaches working with those guys every day. They're getting better. You want to get them into ball games, and how satisfying that can be for you as a coach to get them some time today.
Well, no question. And, you know, we talked to Gabe and Angelo the last couple of weeks. You know, the way you earn more opportunity, because our season isn't over. You know, we're always one injury, a foul trouble away. You know, we're not a perfect basketball team. We're always trying to become better. And you watch Gabe shoot the ball and say to yourself, you know, Gabe could step in there and maybe make a difference here in the last month or so. And I think that the way that he earns it is by doing what he's done so well, and that's practice hard, have a great attitude, and come into a game like tonight and drill 2 threes like he did. But, you know, we have a good group. We got a group of guys that really believe in each other. And when you lose a game like we lost to UCLA, it kind of tests that togetherness, because, believe me, there's a lot of people that like to pull you apart and all of a sudden show up as soon as the loss hits the ticker. And I think for us to stay together and have the performance we did makes all of us feel good. And as you know, we have a really big road trip coming up at the Washingtons, a place that none of us have won in recent time, in Seattle. That's the first one, and then Pullman is always a very difficult game.
I was going to say, a performance like tonight, not that it guarantees, but the way your team started tonight, would you like to see a carbon copy of that on Thursday up in Seattle?
We started, and whether we were winning or not, you could tell we were aligned. You know, we took some good shots. We made the shots. If we didn't, I think we're more than happy to make sure that we worked hard on defense. And, you know, our goal isn't to just always be winning at that first media timeout, but I think to be able to look at each other and feel that we were ready. And, you know, a lot's been made of the UCLA game, and nobody knows what happened in that game more than I do. But I would say we missed 5 point-blank shots that I would say are the best shots that we can get as a team in the first 5 minutes of the game. And when you miss 5 layups, point-blank shots, you start to create a deficit. And as we were behind in that deficit, you know, we played always catch-up mode, and we never really were ourselves in that game. And I think we're all very disappointed. But I know UCLA lost today, and it's amazing how quickly things can change from a Thursday night to Saturday. And I think for us, it's so important that we just stay with what has gotten us to where we're at.
All right, let you go, but today, of course, was Coaches versus Cancer. Around the country, college basketball coaches wearing their basketball shoes to draw awareness to cancer. This is radio, but I need you to describe your shoes because it's a fashion statement. Can you tell me what?
Yep. You know, I think what I wanted to do is come out and let everyone know that I was ready to battle, that our team was ready to battle. So we had a little Nike
shoes.
Camouflage. So and it also went well with the gray pants. So that was my effort today.
I like it. Looks good.
Thank you, Brad.
Thanks, Coach. Congratulations. Head Coach Sean Miller here courtside as the Wildcats beat the Trojans 74-50. Coach brought to you by Truly Nolan Pest Control. Get truly protected today.